Hello, my name is David Malin, and I'm the instructor for Computer Science E1, Understanding Computers and the Internet at Harvard University's Extension School. You're watching one of our videos of the week. For more such videos or information about this course, visit us on the web at computerscience1.org. Enjoy the show.
Hello, my name is Eugenia Kim. I'm a teaching fellow for Computer Science E1. This is a video of the week. In today's video, we are going to talk about a program called Scratch. What is Scratch? It's a tool for making media programs using a graphical interface and a point and click and dragging rather than typing in lines of code. It was developed by the Lifelong Kindergarten Group at the MIT Media Lab and was originally intended for youth ages 10 through 16 to be used at computer clubhouses, a set of after-school centers for low-income communities. Scratch can be used by anybody. It's still not open to the public yet, but it can be downloaded and explored. If you would like to find out more about Scratch as a project, go to http://weblogs.media.mit.edu/llk/scratch. To download Scratch, go back to http://scratch.mit.edu/beta. If you scroll down, there's a link that says sign up and download beta version of Scratch. Once you have clicked on that link, it will take you to a registration page, and it just needs your name and your email and the organization that you're affiliated with. It will take you to another page where you can download Scratch for either Windows or Mac, and they both are zip files. Once you've downloaded the file to your desktop, double-click on the zip file and proceed to unzip it. Depending on your operating system, it may work in different ways, and here we're using the WinZip wizard. You can really unzip it to any folder that you would like. Just make sure that you can find it. So once you have unzipped everything and opened up the folder in which you unzipped to, you can see that within the Scratch folder there is something called scratch.exe. That is the program, and you want to double-click on it to open it. Okay. So, the first thing you may notice about the work area is that there are three columns, so to speak. To the left, you have your choice of different pieces of codes. In the middle is sort of like your organizer, and that has three different sections. Scripts, which is your code. Costumes, which takes care of your sprites. And then sounds, which takes care of sound effects. And then to the very far right is your work area that's also called the stage. This is where you can see everything unfold visually. So let's go back and talk about the code and what in the world is a sprite. So for the code, you have basically 8 different categories. You have motion, which basically controls the motion of your sprite, so any elements in your program. The look of your sprite, so the appearance. Sound, which is the soundtrack for your program. Pen, which lets you leave a trail as the sprite is moved. Control, which can kind of be considered the main pieces of code linking everything together. Sensing, which interprets the different forms of input to the program, so say from your mouse or the keyboard. Numbers, which adds a bit of control to other variables. And then variables, which is kind of make your own code. So far, you've heard me mention the word sprite a lot. Basically, a sprite is any object being manipulated on the stage. Each one gets its own script and its own appearance, and to work on the sprite, you want to double-click on it. The costume is the appearance of the sprite, and you can change it either by importing a new file, image file, or by painting one within Scratch. And the sound is the sound effect for that particular sprite. So let's start by making a new program. And by the way, if you ever get lost, just hover over something that you don't know about, and a little bubble should pop up explaining what it is, such as hover over save, and you can save the current project. Or if you right-click on something, it'll give you some options as to what you can do with that, or it'll give you a help option. So, I am going to make a new sprite. To do that, you go to Costumes, and you hit Paint. As you can see, it opens up a paint editor. Pretty basic. And I'm going to make a bug. So take a circle and make one circle. Let's switch colors. Add another circle. Oops, I messed up. No problem, I can just hit undo. And hit undo again. Alright, so making this bug. One circle. Oops, undo. Yeah, let's make it a very creative bug. And let's give it some legs. As you can see, it's fairly easy to generate a graphic pretty quickly. And voila, we have a bug. And of course you can make anything you like. So, once we have made our bug, we'll want to make it move. So hit the Scripts tab, and then I'm going to go to Control and grab the When Green Flag Clicked code. The green flag indicates that the program is started. And if you notice in the upper right-hand corner of the Scratch program, there's a green flag button which starts the program, and a red octagon that stops the program. Next, we're going to grab the forever code, and then we're going to take the if piece and stick it right inside. You need to be careful because it really has to click in there or else it didn't take it. So now, you notice that there's a little blank slot right next to if. We're going to go to Sensing and grab the key pressed code, and I'm going to make that a right arrow key. And so then I'm going to go to Motion and grab the move code. And right now it says move 10 steps, but you can make that any number you like just by double-clicking on the number. I'm going to make that 5 steps. So if we want to test this, you can click on the green flag button and hit your right arrow key, and the bug moves right. Alright, so let's stop that. Move this bug right back to where it started. And now let's make it move to the left. So then you go back to Control, grab the if code again, and stick it right below the other if. And then go back to Sensing, grab the key pressed code again. This time make it the left arrow. And then go to Motion, grab the move 10 steps code. And this time, to make it move to the left, we'll need to put a negative sign in front of the number. So now if you hit the green flag, if you go on the right arrow, it goes to the right. Hit the left arrow key, it goes to the left. So let's stop that. And oh, my script is not very well organized. So if you right-click on the space, you can clean up. And if you've really messed up, you can right-click on the very top of your stack of code and go delete. Other things you can do are, say, make this bug move around just by repeating some of the steps that we did earlier and choosing different inputs. So in this case, if you take different, say, like turn code from the motion category, it'll make your bug move around in a circle. Also, other things you can do is that if you look below the stage, it sort of organizes and lets you know how many sprites you're working with and what's going on with your stage. If you click on the stage, it opens up its own set of scripts, backgrounds, and sounds tab. So if you click on the backgrounds tab, you can either paint a new background or you can import a new background. And apparently, you can even script your stage a little bit. Other options include the presentation mode, which is the little easel near the left-hand corner of the stage. And what that does is it makes it appear as if it's just an independent program and not just something that's existing within the Scratch. And you still see your little green and your little red buttons to start and stop everything. To get out of that mode, hit Escape. Finally, other things you can do that might be interesting are share your project online. Also, there are extras, menus, even save. It basically gives you a whole set of options. Well, that's it for Scratch. I hope that you have fun making little music videos and other interactive programs. And that's our video of the week.